I did.
Looks like it's time to go.
Oh, yeah, it's time to go. Let's do
We're here.
this.
Get to the right screen. There's the correct screen. All right, cool. We are live.
Right.
Welcome
Ah,
back.
You
nice.
did it.
All right. And there's people in chat. Hello. I have friends. I know it's amazing, but I have Dice Maker friends here.
We've only been friends for like 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's been that long?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah. To be fair, I think Scryer, we met each other before.
So
Meeting.
I met both of you at the same time.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just I met you on Twitch and
Mhm.
pulled you in that way, and I met Kat on Twitter because I was like, I like your dice, and started messaging her there.
Nice.
And then I was like, and now we're gonna do a group chat.
Yeah, Scrar was like, let me introduce you to one of my other friends. And I was like, okay, sounds fun.
Okay, I could not remember how I
here
met
we
you.
are.
I know how I met Scryer, because Scryer ended up in my Twitch chat and was like, I make dice on Twitch too! And I was like, there's other people making dice on Twitch?
And now I don't.
And now neither of us are streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
And now I'm accidentally in Twitch streams, but not for dice, so.
Yeah, you mentioned that just in the typey chat before the stream, and man, I want to go back to doing stuff with my gaming channel at some point. I just don't have time. If you guys want to see gaming content from me, make it so that I can do dice making for a living, and we'll talk. Yes, let's see. Red Green says, how is everyone? I was gonna say everybody and everyone. How is everyone? I'm good.
It stopped raining, so I'd say that's pretty good.
For now.
It's a first. It's a first.
It stopped raining in Florida for once.
For how long? That's a good
10
question
minutes?
for folks that are in chat. Are levels good? Can you hear everybody okay? Wow, everyone here goes dead silent. I can't hear anybody okay because no one's talking.
I mean,
We were just listening extra hard.
Can
yeah.
I hear them?
We're waiting to see if chat responds.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I'm doing good though. I didn't answer. I'm doing well.
There's so much lag with YouTube. Okay, everything seems good so
That's
far.
fair.
Nice.
There's a lot more of a delay with YouTube than there was with Twitch.
Love that.
Yeah. I do
Super
have it, I
great.
think, on low latency, but even then it's much longer. The delay between when I say something and someone in the chat hears what I say and then I get their message back is a lot longer. But yes.
It works.
So, dice making stuff. What was I talking about before?
Before we started the stream,
Oh, Vampire the Masquerade dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
You're
masters.
talking about your masters.
Yes, that's been a struggle, and I feel bad about it because I have someone waiting on them. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, and I'm doing the full 15 dice, and I have a whole 4 masters. So I'm working on making more masters.
It's rough.
Yeah, I have 4 molds. The base part made, not the lids. I think I've left them in the pressure pot for like
So
a
what
week.
I ended up doing was I just started pouring extras. Like after I made the first 2 molds, I would just do dump pours and then made a bunch of molds at once.
That's what I'm doing. I have a couple more.
It's so much easier.
I have a couple more sets of masters that I poured for myself, but they still need sanded and polished. I'm gonna hopefully at some point get up to just 15 masters so I can just make a whole set at a time. Whole set of molds, but at the moment I just want to start getting some molds made. And
Wish you luck.
it's a process. What are you guys up to? What have you guys been working on recently?
I've been. I might as well do a reveal for this. I haven't exactly announced it yet on any of my social media, but I'm actually getting ready to finish up and release some of my first blank sets.
Oh, it's the one with the moon.
Nice.
Yep,
like
these
that.
are in the sanding process. I've also got this set that's got a nice color shift frame.
Oh, yeah, it's sparkly. It's like blue and purple.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. I'm working on I have a commission that I finished that I should probably show off.
I have a commission here that I need to finish. I need to ink. I have a
I
bunch of
just
things
need
here
to,
that I need to ink.
I just need to take the glam shots of this.
Mm.
I was commissioned to make one of my full courses, which is an oversized plus a full 8-piece set, and I think it turned out pretty nice.
Yeah, that's cool. I like the half and half where both of them are kind of translucent.
Hmm.
'Cause
Yeah.
it feels softer, but like, I don't know.
This set gave me such a headache because the pink and green
Oh.
kept trying to blend.
Something that I've done pink and green before. Something that I found with those is doing a very, very thin layer of a very pale yellow in between the two.
Interesting.
You can't really, you don't, if it's very, very thin and very, very pale, you don't notice it. It just kind of feels like the in-between color to the pink and the green.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of an in-between. Cool. Yeah, it's sometimes, oh my gosh, just taking pictures of everything takes so much time. Leading into, what have you been working on, Scryer?
Hey, we're just lucky that my website has dice now.
Oh, did you actually get things uploaded?
It's all updated. There's 50 listings on there.
Oh, wow.
50?
That's not. I have 100 sets, so I had to pick.
I don't know how you make as many sets of dice as you do.
I sit in this chair a lot. We've talked about this. I don't leave this room.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You're doing it full time, right? Well, probably more than full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Stream time. Full time. 2.
But, gosh, yeah, this week I spent 2 full days just photographing dice and then editing the pictures of them to make them actually look like the dice.
It takes so much time. Even with, I have a nice camera now, and it takes really nice photos. Even then, just cropping everything and deciding on photos and just a little bit of color correcting, takes forever.
I just use my phone for everything because
I
do have a little light box that I use now, so it helps some. But for some reason, there's certain sets where it's like, and now this is going to be really dark for no reason. Even though this is the most neon set that I have, it's going to be super dark. And I don't get it, but it happens. Other than that, I've mostly been recovering from conventions and the fact that I was out almost everything that wasn't dice.
Oh, that was one of the things I put on the list here, and this was just something that I put down. Because I know some of this stuff already, but I figured out people might be interested. Literally what I wrote down is, where do you make money? But
Conventions.
yeah, what I was going to say, what that was kind of more like, where do you focus your energy to sell items? Because we all kind of do it in different spots, I feel like. Because, I mean, like, you do a lot of conventions, Scryer.
Oh, yeah. I do a ton of in-person events.
Yep.
Like, I'm pretty sure this website update is the first time I've done it in a year.
Well, and you haven't needed to.
Exactly. But most of the time I do events all year, or I'm preparing for an event. Like,
oh my gosh, preparing for events is...
like, I don't have any this month, but I have 2 next month, so it's... Gotta make sure I have all the things. I've only got some stuff done.
Yeah.
Lot to do stuff.
Lilac City didn't go quite as well as I would have hoped. Like,
no?
Money-wise. It was fun, and I made... I made enough to cover costs plus a little bit, but, yeah, it was,
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't sell a single set of dice, to be fair. I sold a lot of other stuff, but, I don't know. To be fair, there was another dice maker just right around the corner from me.
Oh.
So, I don't know.
It depends. So the last one I did, MomoCon, there were 3 of us. Hold on. Me, there was Evergreen, Nerdzilly. No, there's 4 of us. And then there was Smoking Blue Guns. But it's really odd because there will be some events where I've been the only person and I've done really well, and then others where I've done about the same and there's been the same amount of us there.
If you don't mind my asking, about how much do you usually make at a convention?
Uh, Depends on the event, of course.
Mhm.
But I'd say my usual recently for bigger ones, not the small local
Mhm.
ones, is like 2 to 4 thousand for an
Okay.
event. But it all depends.
Okay. That's fair. Oh my gosh, there's a cat on the chair behind me. Ah, I need more space. I'm sitting on the cat. Ah,
But
he's
like,
very.
I
Would you?
also think that I could have done a lot better at MomoCon if
Mhm.
I'd had more time in between.
That's fair. Yeah, you were doing things like every weekend in May.
Yeah, I had 3
I think you're insane,
events.
but
Yeah.
It was a lot. You know, it's a lot to drive to Georgia and back.
yeah,
And I'm
I
doing it again next month.
I did have some local artists that were looking for another person to fill in a spot at a Ren fair next weekend.
Oh.
And I backed out of that. I'm like, no.
Aw.
I don't
If
want
you
to
had more
drive 6
time.
hours.
Oh,
I
never
don't want to
mind.
drive 6
No.
hours. I have a bunch of commissions I need to finish. I have one here that
That's
I need
fair.
to ink, and I have some that are actually all of them are poured now. And I shipped one yesterday. But that does also mean I have videos that I need to edit for all of them. So I need time. What about you, Merrow? This question
terms of where
also, I do also have cons, online, Patreon, commissions, pre-made. So like, is there something you focus on that direction too?
For now, I'm primarily trying to focus on online sales, but after next month, I'm going to be going full time. So my husband and I are looking into me getting into doing more conventions soon. So I'll probably be bothering you about that in the future, Scryer.
I got you. I just bought a bunch of new stuff for my table setup that I'm gonna be testing this
Oh,
week,
Ooh,
so I'll let you
exclusive
know how
preview.
that goes.
Exclusive preview.
exclusive preview. What's your
Yeah.
favorite aspect that you got?
I already have some of those like wire grid cubes that people use for all their tables, to hang prints on.
Mm-hmm.
But I got some for my dice setup because I'm also gonna do like these shelves and be able to put some of my bigger items on there because you both have seen that I make those giant jars and they take up a lot
Oh
of
my,
space.
they're cool though.
I have 3 of them right now that need to
Wow.
be inked, but let's see.
Do you
Hold on.
have one that you could show off?
Yes.
Yeah, show it
One's in
off.
the
Let's
pressure pot,
go.
but I can grab one of the. I'll grab both.
Did I tell you guys that I got an actual like pressure pot for resin too? So I now have 2 pressure pots.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay. I like this new one. It does not leak at all. And it's so much
Oh.
easier to tighten the screws on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I might swap off of my Harbor Freights entirely or get a new one in the future too.
It's nice having 2 because it doesn't mean that I can pour resin. It's so Halloween-ish.
Yeah. So we got that
Oh,
one.
that is shiny.
Sparkly,
Yeah.
glittery.
Got
Oh,
this one.
yeah,
Now
glitter
that's
dusted.
Scryer energy. Yeah,
Going back
let's
to the glitter dusted.
go.
I like
Well,
that
since
one.
Scryer special.
I don't have to sand these,
Hmm.
so I don't have to worry about it.
I do want people in chat to know that please feel free to ask questions and stuff too. Or if you have, comments on what we're talking about, go for it. We're just gonna talk, but, we're always open to answering things. I do have a list here that I'm kind of looking at, mostly from Discord stuff. But we're just probably gonna ramble
Yeah.
Yeah,
for a while.
it's gonna be 2 hours of us just kind of hopping around dice making topics,
Yeah, pretty much.
showing off things.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you're doing probably mostly pre-made stuff, selling online.
For now, yeah, I'm doing mostly pre-mades. I do still open up commissions. They're a little bit more slow going compared to yours. I know you're constantly dealing with a line
lot
of
of commissions.
commissions.
I do a lot of commissions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a question from Norley over in chat.
If money was no issue, what would you most want to use as a material in a dice set?
Hmm.
have to think on that for a second. Because there's a lot of things that, like, I don't know. I don't know if money is usually a big... there's definitely, like, really pretty sparkly mica powders and stuff that I have not bought, because it's like, I want all of these.
Solarcolordust.com, let's
Yeah,
be real.
let me just order everything from Solar Color Dust if
do-
money wasn't an issue.
I really want the,
Yeah, honestly.
I do really want the less resin, like, giant chunky flakes, too. Those look really pretty as well.
Those are.
Also, the pigment paste that you can only get from Australia, I want to get those, but I refuse to pay for them until I have enough saved up to get it all at once.
I've got it. I know what I want. I want some chameleon flakes from Chroma Castle, but I can never manage to get them.
Yes.
Oh.
They're so good.
Yeah, so
don't have
we
it,
just want
but I
all
want
of the
'em.
things.
I also there's a
shiny.
glitter store in Chicago that I used to live near, and I'd love to have one of everything.
You should just talk to Omar and see if he'll ship you things.
Hey, can you go down to Bridgeport for me?
Can you just walk? Yeah.
You go to the OBP. I think that's what it is. Yep, OBP Nails supply store. I've got a lot of their stuff already, but I'd love more of it.
Yeah, I like how none of us had like any like specific super expensive thing that we want. We're just like, we want all of the glittery things.
Whatever glitters, whatever chameleon
Let's make
flakes.
it clear to everybody,
Shite.
though. I already have 200 plus glitters, so I don't actually need more, but I want it.
Yeah, that's how it goes with all of the all of the resin supplies. I feel like I'm like, I already have multi-chrome stuff, but also I want more because it's so pretty.
No,
I don't even use the stuff that I have like often enough as it is.
Actually, I would love to see if I could get some Lily of the Valley to dry to put in dice.
How big of flowers are
flowers?
those?
If I remember correctly, they're like about this size.
Oh, okay. I have put Nightshade in dice before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had a specific request for I can't remember what it was with. But yeah, I had a specific request at one point, and so I was like, sure, if you want to get that shipped to me, I'll do it. So I do have poisonous dice out there somewhere. Don't eat.
Good thing you can't eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's encased in resin.
Already screwed, so you know.
I figured it's probably fine. It's encased in resin. That does actually wait. There was a question from Discord. Well, there's a couple here. So, Derp on Discord asked, "What's the grossest thing you've put in resin?" Which is kind of related. But also, Revan on Discord asked, "What is the most difficult material you've worked with so far in your dice making?"
I know. Grossest thing. It's both related. It's those ramen dice. My God. It was the after effect of putting bacon bits in resin. Terrible. Absolutely awful idea. Causes such bad cure inhibition. It's like, But like most of the dye is solid, but it just kind of looks like there's water all around the inside of your mold, and you look at it and it's gross and not pleasant.
That does sound
at
gross.
all.
I mean, I have the infamous. Oh, what?
Yeah, but the actual noodles are the worst thing to work with.
Why?
In my experience. There's just such bad bubbles, and like it would make the lids float. Even though I was running the resin through my vacuum chamber and everything, the only way I got the set to work was to do it in blanks.
Oh.
And that was because I could make the holes not visible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess there's so much air in the noodle itself.
I think that's what the problem was.
Yeah.
But don't want to do it ever again.
I do.
Think I've made any gross dice before?
That's fair.
I've had some gross accidents, but not some gross dice.
What do you mean by gross accidents?
Yeah.
Trypophobia warning. I had my pressure pot fail mid-working on a commission at one point, and...
Foamy.
I remember that die. I love it.
I do have a die where, because I used to use slab molds where all of the die were in the same thing, and at one point I tried filling all of them up except for one of them. I didn't think about it. The one in the middle just had half, and everything, when I put it in the pressure pot, it all squeezed towards it, and now it's just a spiky ball. It's like a spiky D20. I still have that. That's a fun one.
Caltrop.
Yeah, yo, it's very sharp. And let's see, I have my infamous cat hair dice that I made on stream at one point. It was just a set of dice filled with cat hair.
They aren't that bad other than where the flashing is, though.
No, because there are hairs that stick out, which is kind of weird, but it's kind of a smoky effect, really. I have also put blood in resin before. I didn't do it in dice, but I did try putting blood in resin just to see what would happen. It wasn't that exciting.
Aw. Didn't do what you were expecting it would do?
No, it kind of behaved like it was. I think it ended up kind of a reddish brown color, but it's water, right? So it causes some cure inhibition, so it didn't really end up integrated very well with the resin. It just kind of ended up on the outside a little bit. I can't remember. I think I cut myself or something. I was just like, let's see what happens.
The problem of dice makers, we see a new material and we're like, can we try this?
Yeah. Of course, now I have it too, where like my family will just be like, I found this dead bug for you. And I'm like, thank you.
I wish my family did that.
I'm borderline ready to make my grossest set of dice, if only because I had an isopod culture that got killed in the cold flash at the beginning of the year, and I've preserved all of their bodies, and I've been so tempted to make egg terrarium dice with them.
Do it. I've done that before. It's really fun. I've put roly-polies in like little terrarium dice. They were already dead. Just want to put that out there. Yeah, it's people love dice with bugs in them. I will put that out there. Yeah, I should do more. I have a whole bunch of beetles and a whole bunch of bees. I should do some more bug dice.
You should.
They're fun. Yeah, I do have my Tupperware container of bees too, so that could be gross to some people.
Do you find it hard working with insects and dice?
Yes, because they like to float. So you have to take that into account. Probably the easiest way to do it is to do it half and then attach the insect and then do the other half. Or, put the bug in there and fill it half of the way, let it cure so that it's, kind of at the surface, and then fill it the rest of the way, because, yeah, they like to float a lot. Or attach it to something that it's going to keep it towards the bottom.
I don't have any bugs.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that actually lines up with what is the most difficult material you've worked with so far in your dice. It probably has been bugs. Just because of the floating.
I'm sticking with those awful noodles.
Understandable.
The rest are still sitting here on my desk right in front of me right now. Just waiting.
The noodles?
Mm-hmm. Nah. I'm not throwing it away. This is a lot of ramen here that I could maybe use if someone makes me make this set again.
No! I have random packs of Kool-Aid downstairs that are open.
And here's the seasoning packet that's open.
I imagine your desk must look like my desk does right now.
No, that's really the only weird stuff on there, other than all the clay that's in front of me that I'm messing with.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't consider clay pretty weird. I don't want to know how many boxes down there.
This is all new. I just bought this, this past week. Because, in case you're wondering, the clay that they sell at the dollar store definitely melts in the oven. Does not harden. Turns into a puddle.
Good to know.
So now I have a full rainbow worth of clay.
So what are you making out of clay?
So, first I was just doing all the roses out of white. So I've got... Here you go. Wait.
Oh, that is so pretty.
That's gonna be cool.
And then got some little baby ones that I started making Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday.
And these are to put into dice, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Into the jumbo mold that I have not finished. And now I'm making little baby rainbow ones.
Yay!
Perfect timing too, since it's Pride Month.
But will they be done
Doesn't matter.
within this month? Yeah.
I celebrate all year for everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
I currently have Halloween and Christmas dice made. I don't care.
I'm gonna make some more Halloween dice. I have a Halloween convention that I'm going to in October. And maybe a horror themed one in November, if I hear back.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I have.
I have like one Halloween dice set, but I don't know if I'll be able to get them done in time, if only because I'm going to be moving at some point between August and October, so who knows?
Mm-hmm. Well, and you're also going to be going to full-time dice making then, right?
Yep.
So that's
Yeah, I'm
exciting.
going to be going to
That'll be
full-time,
fun.
so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then we can sit on calls while we sand dice together all day.
And I will be sad at work. With my single income.
You'll get back to full-time, I believe in you.
Someday, I just need, Someday my YouTube channel will get the watch hours. Give me a little extra income. Oh, I guess
Nice.
I never really answered with my, where do I make money?
You didn't.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just interviewing you guys. These guys listen to me talk all day. Or every week. Because I do a lot of commissions. But I've been trying to kind of diversify my income streams. So I make some money from Patreon. I've done a couple of in-person events. And I'm trying to get it so that I'm monetized on YouTube. Because that would be nice. It'd be nice to have another source of income. No, I have so many sets of dice here that I need to ink. I have 6 sets here that...
That's not that many.
And then I have these.
That's not
And a
bad.
commission that I need to do. A few little random ones.
I just grabbed a set that I was getting ready to start inking.
I do have all the stuff here to ink. So if I get bored... I don't know. If I need something to do with my hands, that's a better way to put it.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm just
Yeah.
making a bunch of little flower petals right now.
I have to decide what colors to ink things though. But this is the last of the Empire's dice, so.
Which ones are you working on?
So this is the last 6. I have the ones for Sausage, Gem, Jimmy, Flip, Pix, and False.
I'm still so in love with those Jimmy Solidarity dice. They're
like
so cute.
See if I can get it so you can see. I'll grab a D6. Just a little. I'm not sure what color I want to ink them in. Just little mesas. Yeah. I do like this set, but I'm not sure what color I want to ink them in. I was thinking maybe like a yellow, like a bright yellow, like a sun yellow, but I don't know how that would. I don't know. Could do just like a gold maybe.
Yeah,
It
gold
works.
always works.
Yeah, gold's a good fallback. But yeah, I don't know what. Well, these are kind of the ones that are left because, well, actually, to be fair, I just finished cleaning the Whip and the Pix ones, but these are the ones that are left because I'm like, I don't know what color I want to ink these. These ones have little butterflies. Little butterflies.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, they glow in the dark. They're little glow in the dark butterflies.
That's cute.
Yeah. No, I like how like most of these I like how these all turned out. But I need to get them done. I need to get the videos done for them. That's
Content creation.
my good. Well, I'm an idiot. In more ways than one, but in this case, I'm an idiot because I realized that really, if I'm gonna be doing like some series of videos on, if I'm gonna do like a series of videos on some sort of piece of media, it'd probably be good to do maybe like 1 to 5 at most separate videos on it, because I don't want to post a whole bunch of the same kind of video over and over again. And there's 13 sets here, so that's 13 videos, which is a little bit more than 5.
Yeah, 13 is a little bit more than 5. You've got the math right there.
A little bit.
So I'm trying to figure out a way to post these while also posting other stuff still. So I am busy. I'm going to be busy editing for a while. We do have another question in chat though. What is your fallback color when inking, or fallback colors? Mine are probably gold and white.
Those are my good ones for like when I can't find something else that works.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's like my fallback.
Rose gold for me.
Rose gold's good.
It's good.
Good.
Or I'll sometimes do silver.
I have a bright silver that's really nice that I use a lot. But I also have the entire folk art line of color shift paints, and I look for every opportunity to use every single one of those.
They're so pretty. I have a few of them.
And then if I just have a solid black set of dice, or even just a single, I usually do neon colors, and every number is a different color.
I want to get some more neon colors. I only have like one that's technically, I think this one's supposed to be, neon. I only have one like neon, supposedly folk art color. I want to get some more though, because I do like this one. Although it feels a little bit more runny. I feel like it's
they're super thin. The folk art ones, yeah. What I've had to do is do like a base coat of a lighter color under it.
The regular paints seem fine. The regular paints seem fine, but the neon ones are thin.
I agree. I have their neon red, and it's so thin.
Yeah, I do like the color though. Someone asked, "What is your dream set to make?" I think I asked that was also a question on. Okay, yeah. Someone in the chat asked, "What is your dream set to make?" Also, not named Brand on Discord asked, "What is your favorite set of dice that you've made?" So we could probably answer both of those. Probably I'm
actually working on my dream set right now. I'm still in the process of it, but
it's looking so good.
It is looking so good. I love that light sparkle in there.
Yeah, I've been wanting to make this for so long. This is actually a design that is based off of a Starfinder campaign that I've been in for a few years.
Cool. What is my dream set? So I think probably my favorite set that I've made was the commission I did a long while back that was just bee themed, and every die in the set was different. And the D20 had like a bee in it, but you know, some of them had like flowers and some of them were kind of honey colored, but it's really fun doing sets where every die is different, and that one just turned out cool.
You're also really good at that though.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It's been a while since I've done any like themed sets where all the dice are different, but they're a lot of fun to do.
Even though I'm not in my vampire game, all those D10s you made for me, when they get their chance in my D&D game, it's nice.
Except for the one that is weighted.
Oh yeah, no, that one just gets to sit on the side and look pretty with its little charm in it.
Yeah. Probably the only, well, no, I have made dice that had charms in them before that I was like, nah, probably not gonna be weighted properly, just so you know. And they're like, it's fine. But usually I try to weight things, but that one I did not weight properly. I just threw a charm in there.
It doesn't roll that bad. It's still even enough that I can use it when need be. Right. But I shouldn't. If it's the only D10 I need, I should not touch that one.
No, probably not.
No. But I don't know if I have a dream, like, actual design set to make. I feel like there are people that I'd want to make a set for, but not a design.
Okay, well, so what people would you want to make dice for?
Literally anyone that's been on Dimension 20, guys.
Fair.
Anybody. Or the people that have been on LA by Night. So, all the vampire ones that happen. I guess they're doing New York by Night right now, but whatever.
Oh,
If I could, that'd be fantastic.
that'd be cool.
Like, what was it? I was at Anime Central, and somebody from that's been on Dimension 20 was there as a guest, and I was at my booth alone. So I was real
No.
sad because I couldn't go give her dice.
You're fangirling though. Off
I
from
was.
your booth by yourself.
I did attempt to tweet at her and be like, "If you have time to stop by, I will give you dice." It didn't happen, but I
Aw.
tried. But my favorite set of dice I've made, you guys know about. I haven't posted the pictures anywhere of the chain dice I made.
Oh, those are cool.
Oh,
They're so pretty.
Those
I
are...
love them.
Do you have them?
No, they're with their owner now.
Do you want to send a picture in the chat, and I'll show them off on stream?
Yeah. Let me. My phone.
Yeah, it's
I gotta get past about 1,000 photos really quick.
That's fine. I'll talk for a minute. Yeah, it's very weird. Selling dice or giving dice to people whose work you like, because the guy that these are based on follows me on Twitter because he bought dice from me. That was a very weird experience. Super
There you
nice.
go.
he still likes your stuff too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if my Twitter notifications ever explode, I know why. I do know why.
Pixel's just like, hey.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, very strange. It still amuses me that my Twitter DMs are you guys, maybe a couple of other dice makers or people who've reached out for commissions, and then a random Minecraft YouTuber. What strange Twitter DMs I have. Did you find the picture?
Yeah, I shared it in our
Oh, cool.
thing.
I gotta pull it up. Yeah. So you like kind of carved in little divots where the chains where it went, right? And
Yeah,
then-
and then I glued them all in before putting them into the molds.
yeah, those are super cool.
I love them.
They just feel like a bound celestial or something. Yeah. I love the color you chose for the color that you did for the numbers as
Ink?
well.
The guy that they're based on, he has red hair.
Oh,
So-
cool.
I was like, yes, now he wears his platinum armor with his gold chain accents, and here's the red.
That's super cool. Yeah, those turned out so cool. That's
They
like
roll really well too, and it's really bad. It's so bad for me.
they roll. I see. They roll well as in they roll high, not as in they roll evenly.
They're really like 16s apparently.
Well, at least it's not like natural 20s every time, but still.
That's true.
So the same person in the chat, Taby, asked, what was your least favorite set you've made? I've made some dice that I wasn't proud of. I've definitely done that. To be fair, I've definitely gone back and looked at some of my early sets of dice. And I'm like, I could make those so much better now. Darn it. I'm glad that the person who commissioned these from me was happy, but I could make them so much better now.
I actually saw that question, and I went to the trouble of finding the picture of the set.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
My least favorite set was me experimenting with colors, and it didn't go well.
Uh-oh.
This was one of my way earlier sets. Like on the D2 coin, it turned out fine, but the rest
Oh.
I didn't wait long enough, and it just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
quite muddy. The G2 looks cool, and the claw is pretty cool, but yeah, the rest of them ended up rather muddy.
Yeah, I didn't wait
Sad.
long enough for the resin to thicken, so it ended up just creating the nastiest. Actually, no, I think that's my disgusting dice set as well.
There you go. I wonder if I have... I just thought of a set that... Ooh! Oh no!
Oh, what did you roll?
Let me make sure I have 2, 4, 6... Okay, good. They're all still here. Let me see if I still have any. Because I disliked them so much that I put them into my miscellaneous dice. Raw dice. Usually if I make a set of dice. Even if I don't like them, I'll still finish them up because I know that someone else might like them, but I disliked this set enough that I didn't even do that. Let me see if I have any of them left. Because I think someone else was like, ooh, I like these, and took them, but I'm dumping out all of my miscellaneous dice. I don't have a lot left. This is one of the things that sold a lot at in-person events. Do I have any? I might not. Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise here.
No problems. While Liz is looking, hey Scryer, what color do you think I should ink these?
Huh? My brain instantly went to a light pink.
Oh, yeah, you're right, actually.
Which set? Oh, that'd be nice. That would stand out and is complementary to the green. I don't think I have any of them left, actually. But, because I think someone else liked them, which
is nice.
More power to them, yeah. No, it was half, like, somewhat translucent blue, and then the other half I had shoved in kind of everything but the kitchen sink, so I had done, like, some just holographic, like, mylar, and I'd done a bunch of little, like, pieces of resin that I'd chopped up, and I threw them in that half. And it was just a little bit of everything, and my first thought when I looked at them was, oh, this is like that pile of trash in the middle of the ocean. And I just couldn't unsee it, and I hated it so much.
I had my least favorite set. It finally got a home at one of my last two events, but I'd had it for so long, and it was just, oh gosh, it was just this brown with these like orange leaf glitters in it, and all I could see was it looked like muddy like sewer water that but I could not stand them.
Oh wait, actually there might be a die in here somewhere. There's a D12 that I really dislike. Did it sell too? Did someone else really like it and take it? Nope, here it is. I think it's because it's similar it's similar colors to like the orange and the green. It's just like the colors just don't go together at all. It's like half like orangish brown and half teal.
See that?
But you know, maybe we'll find a loving home somewhere with someone who likes those colors together.
Yeah, I think my least favorite set actually did end up finding a home at a convention, and I was like, okay.
You know, yeah, to each their own. I've said before, I usually try not to talk down on sets that I've made that I don't like. Usually don't say that I dislike them, because I know that someone else might like them, and I don't want to, like, you know, one, just be that asshole that's just like, you're not allowed to like this. And two, you know, dissuade them from getting it if they want to get it. But, to be fair, I have so many, at this point, I have so many sets that I have not sanded and finished up that if I made a set that I didn't like, it probably would just end up in my thing of unfinished sets forever. Okay, raw dice are away. There's still a cat on the chair.
They're keeping you company.
Yeah, and making it so that I can't. Oh my gosh, I have so little chair. Let's see. Should we find another?
Yeah, let's go through another question.
Why not?
Let's see. I did have Not Named Brand on Discord who asked, "Who's your favorite mod and why is it me?" Jen, obviously, right? Jen. Yeah. Okay. Let me mark that off here. Let's see. I had a couple people ask on Discord what got us into making dice or resin crafting. Anarash asked what got you into resin crafting, and Minion of Doom had asked what got us into dice making. So maybe that. And then there's a question in the chat. We can answer that afterwards. So,
Who's gonna go first?
Go for it.
I got into dice making surprisingly for a pretty selfish reason. I'd been keeping an eye on a handmade dice maker for a while who made really pretty galaxy dice, and I was like, "Oh, I want to get this as a gift for my husband." Uh, the stock sold out in less than 2 minutes, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna learn how to make dice so I can make them myself." And now, 3 years later, I'm making galaxy dice.
Finally.
Now you're there.
I started doing resin stuff. So I did, before I did resin, I did soap making. And I'd like to get back into it a little bit because I owe people soap. But I did soap making, and was selling it just at like a holiday bazaar once a year, because it's really fun to make cold process soap, but the smallest amount you can make at a time is like 10 bars. And I don't need 10 bars of soap. I'm like, where can I get rid of this soap? So yeah, I just did like a local holiday bazaar once a year. And then at one point, my dad got a little thing of resin and was just like, hey, let's try this out. I was like, all right, it sounds fun. It didn't turn out very well. Our first attempt, I think we probably didn't mix things completely enough. But I started making just some little pieces of jewelry for that bazaar that I was going to, because I was like, it'd be good to have some things that aren't soap. I just started making some little pieces of jewelry and stuff. They had tons of micro bubbles and stuff in them. I didn't have a pressure pot or anything, but it was fun. And then in a D&D, I was part of a D&D group, and one of the guys in that group was just like, man, I kind of want to try making dice. I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. And then I was like, wait, I have the resin. I could make dice. And it just kind of snowballed because quarantine and nothing better to do.
Yeah.
It was one of my quarantine hobbies that I picked up.
Yeah, I got into dice making just shortly before everything hit the fan. So then I was like, oh.
I never
Might
meant
as
to
well.
sell them.
Neither did I, but my friends refused to take gift sets. They were like, I have to pay you, and I was like, I might as well start selling them then.
Yeah. To be fair, I did start out making gift sets for friends and family and, you know, D&D buddies and stuff. I had an Etsy shop where I'd sold soap, and just, like, I almost didn't get masters made because I was never planning on selling them, but I was just like, fine, I will get masters made just so I can make nice molds, because these ones suck. The cheap ones from
They're really bad.
Amazon are a pain to use. So I went and got masters made, and I did get, you know, a shop name figured out, because I kind of wanted to rebrand anyways, because, like, my current shop name kind of sucked and stuff. So I got that figured out, got a symbol figured out for that, and got masters made. But yeah, I didn't plan on selling them. I just put up some sets on my Etsy shop on a whim, because I had an Etsy shop from selling soap. I did 5 sets of galaxy dice and 5 sets of faux amethyst dice. And I was just like, I'll just make them as people order. If people decide to order. I sold all of the galaxy dice in, like, the span of, like, a week or 2. I was like, well, I guess I'm doing this now. Just kind of snowballed.
Oh yeah, galaxy dice are always super popular.
They really are.
I mean, it's fair, though. I like all
They're
this
so
stuff.
pretty. It's such a good aesthetic.
Yeah.
Space.
Well, yeah, it's just like all the, like, the really dark, rich colors with, like, a pop of something light in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for mine, I started, like, basically all started around the same time for dice, and that was my first go into resin too. But it was also 2020. I had just left a really bad retail job, right, in January of that year, and had gone to a bookstore and was there for the less than 30 days when COVID made everything close, and they were like, and we're firing everybody that's not been here for long enough. And at that point, I had been researching dice, because I had started up a group with my dad on Twitch that streams their game, and they had wanted handmade dice. And I decided, why not?
Now I have free time.
Now I have free time, and I'm really good about saving money.
Yeah.
So I had the money to start buying all of the equipment.
I will say, yeah, I was in a very lucky position where I didn't have to go find work right away once the quarantine hit, and I
Yeah.
had enough that I could buy materials and equipment and stuff for this stuff.
So I was able to just be like, well, I'm gonna buy the pressure pots. It was the cheaper pressure pots, but I bought the pressure pots and all the things, and I just kind of started.
Yeah.
And but I went in with the mindset that I was just gonna start trying to sell these.
Yeah, fair.
Like,
Yeah.
it was the plan. And
It
so
worked out.
yeah, so I have the two different logos. One is my own, and then it matches the Dice Colts logo, the group that I'm part of. So we both have Cthulhu-esque logos, even though my shop name is about dragons, but it's fine.
It is a little bit odd. I will
I
say.
don't care. I love to support the old ones, and no one can stop me.
I find it interesting, like just a little bit of an ease off for one of the things that was brought up. I find it interesting that the two of you got into dice making because of quarantine, so you had plenty of time. And meanwhile, since I work part-time at a grocery store, I was considered necessary, so I was working almost entirely full-time during the beginning part of the pandemic. And I was just making a bunch of excess spending money, so that gave me the funds I needed to get started. So I was just like, dice!
Yeah. It's kind of we had more time and then you had more funds, I guess. To a certain
I
extent.
had so much more time.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So much more time. Yeah, I know. I did come to the realization that I wasn't going to be able to make enough items to pay the bills, which is why I went and got a part-time job. But of course now my prices have gotten higher. But yeah, the question in the chat here was, how do you store your dice when going to a convention? I feel like you'd be the best person to ask here.
Those big bins right there?
Yeah. Those get stored underneath my table. They carry all of my display stuff. They carry pretty much anything I need for a convention. Most of it is just grab and go.
Yeah,
So it's got cash box. They have lock spots on them.
Nice.
I do have like a rolly like hand truck thing it's not very big, but that's where I have most of my like display stuff. A lot of my display stuff folds up. I also have a box here that I used to have a like a little wooden crate, and that broke, so I moved to a cardboard box here. Now it has broke, so I need to find a new box. But the actual dice, I got this fancy thing.
Oh, yeah, your little case.
It's so cool.
Oh, yeah, your pretty case. Oh, I want to get one of those so bad for my personal sets.
Yeah, it's built specifically for dice, but it's great because it has these trays that you can just pull out and set out on the table. Yeah. Here's all the Empire's dice that are done.
Oh, the Ollie set. Oh.
I do like this set. It's fun. Okay, so this is not gonna make sense to anybody but probably you. But I was trying to find music for all of the Empire's videos yesterday. That's what I spent a fair portion of my day doing. Was trying to find music in YouTube's audio library, which I appreciate that YouTube has an audio library, and it is terrible to navigate. It is so hard to find anything that you want. But I did randomly stumble across a piece of music that heavily features a kazoo, and I was just like, you know who this would be perfect for.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm just like, perfect, we're gonna add this to this folder over here.
Either kazoo or a bunch of frantic keyboard playing. That would be perfect.
Yeah. Kazoo just seemed fitting. Yeah. No, I have a fancy briefcase. I feel so official when I walk into a convention with that.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice for, I usually, I just take the trays off of the table in between days if it's a multi-day convention too, because I can just put them back in there and set it under the table. I don't know, it feels a little bit more secure that way. It's not really, but it feels a little bit more secure. It has a lock, technically, but...
Yeah. So I just have a bunch of those jewelry containers from Michael's that I carry my sets in.
Oh, like the trays? with lids?
They have like little lids that pop up, and that's how I usually display my sets for now. And
You make it sound like there's plans that for
there's
later.
slight plans. I have these. Is there any near me? Nope, there's none near me. I have these like rainbow hollow like foil bags that have like a little zip lock at the top type of thing, and I'm potentially, because I've got these new wire mesh cubes that I'm going to use for my setup, I might get the hooks and hang my cheaper sets on there, just to have a bit of a different look.
Yeah.
And people able to grab full sets at once. And I'm trying to move away from selling things in jars because the jars are obnoxious.
Yep. I did used to take everything in jars, and I've moved away from that.
I don't take them in jars anymore, but I usually put them into a jar when I give them to people, and as soon as I run out of what I have, I'm done with them. Because I don't want to take stickers off of jars anymore.
Oh, I still have some jars. I might turn them into like health potion rollers or something. I still ship like D6 sets in glass vials, but I've moved away from shipping the full sets in glass jars. I'm just doing bags now.
Yeah.
I have cute little bags though.
I don't like the process of getting the stickers off. It takes too much time for what it is. So
Looks like
we're moving away.
I'm not gonna get any more of the Liz jars for displaying flowers.
I can send you more. I still have a bunch of them.
Tempting.
Little bags. Yeah.
Oh, are we getting into the portion on talking about packaging for our companies?
Packaging! I love packaging.
Yeah!
I guess I have one rainbow bag in here. I
love figuring out branding stuff. It's so much fun. I don't know. That's something that I enjoy when people are just like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out like an aesthetic for my shop. I'm like, I want to work on this. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I've still got my scale boxes until I run out of these. I think this design got discontinued on Nashville Wraps, so by that point, hopefully I'll be able to get my own custom packaging.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I do feel like I haven't seen your packaging stuff in a while, Scryer, but I do feel like both Merrow and I have very strong branding.
It's because I don't do a lot of like online sales.
That's fair.
So I don't find it as necessary.
That's fair.
I got my pink bubble mailers that I've not run out of because I've only needed to buy them twice.
Oh, because you're never shipping things.
I'm never shipping things.
Always in person.
Too busy selling out of the back of your car.
Yeah, I'm too busy selling out of my car and at events. But there's that. And I don't like the idea of going and buying a lot of stuff that I know people are going to throw away. Like boxes and things. So I mostly stick with mesh bags, like the little drawstring ones, and then I have these. This is the rainbowy bag.
Ooh, pretty.
Let's see if
those same ones.
It won't do it as well on the camera, but it's very holographic.
See, that would not match my shop's vibe at all. They're so pretty, and I like them so much, but they would not match my shop's vibe at all. So I have my little velveteen bags with the gold.
So I got them because I thought I was going to be selling more dice through wholesale.
Oh, okay.
And then I decided I really didn't like doing that.
Fair.
Because doing that many of a single design sound just nope.
No,
exhausting.
Yeah.
Sound terrible.
I once made like 6 sets of my thalassophobia design in one go, and I was like, oh, this is exhausting, I don't want this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's so much easier to make a whole bunch of the same style, but also it's not nearly as much fun.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't mind pouring a bunch of them at once, but I'm not gonna finish them all at the same time.
To be fair, you do a lot of the same designs over and over again, don't you, Merrow? Or have you moved away from that to do more, like, everything's different?
I do still like making repeats of designs. Like I have no intentions on discontinuing my thalassophobia because having the glow in the dark to show off at conventions apparently really draws people in. So like I'll be there with a
Mhm.
UV keychain and I'll shine over the stuff that has like glow in the dark numbers or glow in the dark resin in it. And it's a real eye catcher for shows.
Mhm.
I should make some
There
more.
are there are some designs that I'm gonna be updating that I haven't like re-released in a while, like my arson design I'm redesigning.
Mm.
So but I do plan on having some regular designs where I'll be able to like say, hey, this time of year this'll be available.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I have kind of kept the same galaxy. I try to have galaxy dice in my shop at all times with the same like colors that I've used since the beginning. Because that was like the first set of dice that I sold, and I sold a bunch of them. But I might rethink that design a little bit.
There's like a fly in my workroom, and I keep
Oh,
getting
no.
distracted by it because it's like right in my face every few minutes, and I'm just like, don't let people see you act like a cat.
Do you want to see all my cats? I have 3 of them in here.
Oh, do
Oh,
we get a
but-
cat
I
showing?
can get a cat showings. So there's a Luna. Oh, there's a Luna
Oh, in the back.
on her couch. I had the blanket down on the table, and then I flipped it up because I was going to set something there, and then the cats just kind of have been laying on it, and they seem to like it, so it's now the cat couch. She always looks very comfortable. I've got a knot behind me taking up most of my chair. Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
Oh. Oh. Anyways, I hope she moves at some point because it's getting uncomfortable. And then I have a Koshi who's over in the box.
Mm.
Just sleeping in the box. And I don't know where Fitz has gone. He's being way too quiet, which is concerning.
Fitz is up to crimes.
He's always up to crimes. He's stuck inside at the moment. Yeah, he's a little under the weather. But he's not happy. He's not happy that he's stuck inside. He likes to spend most of his time outside if he can. But yeah. That's been fun. He was acting a little bit odd. I don't know. This is probably TMI. He's been acting a little bit odd, and then the other day he's never really marked things before, but he like started doing it recently, and we're like, what's going on? And then probably like Monday or so, he marked something and there was blood in it.
Oh,
We're
no.
like,
That's concerning.
that's not a good sign. So I took him into the vet, and he has like an inflamed bladder or something like that, which is apparently fairly common in cats, and they don't know why it happens, except maybe stress. So I have to keep an eye on him. He seems to be feeling better. Like, like yesterday and today, he seemed to be feeling a lot better. So I've stopped giving him the pain medication that makes him a little bit dopey, which is fun to watch. We did just have someone in chat. Red Green asked, besides dice, what else do you enjoy making? Everything.
Yeah. I have to say, give me just a second. I have to say, one of my things that I enjoy making that I need to make more of and open up commissions for customs of soon, is
Just a second.
I make heart boxes.
They are really pretty.
Yeah, this is the same resin design as that galaxy set that I showed earlier, so this will be kind of what it'll look like when it's finished. Yeah, they're just nice little display pieces for like trinkets or dice sets.
I forget, did you design that box?
No, I did not.
It's pretty. I want to
Yeah,
do more painting.
Yeah.
I miss painting. We only have 3 on here. I only have 3 on here. I will finish this someday. My Mondrian made up of other famous paintings. But I love painting, and I never find time for it. I keep looking at the one that I did most recently and going, ooh, that turned out really nice.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, part of the great wave of Kanagawa. Kanagawa? Is that right? I think.
Maybe. I know what it's supposed to look like, so I recognize it, and that's what mattered.
Yep, and then we've got a Klimt over here. Klimt? Is that right? And then Starry Night. Oh my gosh. Ah! I can't tell if that's in frame. Yeah, it's in frame.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I want to work on that some more. I have the self-portrait over here that's gonna be we worked on stream a little bit. That's gonna be a multimedia thing. Pay no attention to this. I just put down random colors here, but this is good. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually do the face or anything on that. I'm just gonna cover it in shards of mirror. Okay.
I think outside of company work, I enjoy obsessively redrawing my same Starfinder character over and over again at this point.
Your lizard folk one?
No, sadly
different one?
not her. The campaign she was in got canceled. I'm talking about my alien boy. Yeah.
Aw.
She still holds a very special spot in my heart, though. I will never get rid of her.
Yeah, I made dice for that character.
Yeah.
Because we all did a dice exchange a while back.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
It was.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Oh, are you moving? Are you leaving?
What's
oh, thank goodness.
times?
Oh,
You have a chair!
The knot has left.
I can sit. It's only been an hour. Actually, it's been more than an hour. She was there before
It's
the
been
stream
more
started.
than an hour. It's been like an hour and a half.
You had a knot in your back.
I did have a knot in my back.
I'm trying to think. Other than resin stuff, I haven't touched any of my craft related things since before. It's been a long time. But if I actually made the time for it, I do cross-stitching. But the problem is I'm obnoxious with anything I start, so it's not like a normal size cross-stitch. This is like a 30-something page cross-stitch. And there's no backstitching. It's all, just the detailed different colors.
Oh god.
It's quite large.
Oh boy. No,
If I feel like getting up and going to get it, it's in a bin in the living room. Just waiting.
Waiting for you to have the time.
Have the time. It's not that I couldn't have the time. I make my schedule.
True.
I just enjoy this more.
Fair. Yeah. There's a lot of things that I'd love to try out. What are you giggling about?
I was just, that entire time Scryer was talking about having time, I was just staring at all the little drawers that she has back there of all of the dice sets.
Only like half of them are full right now.
Right now.
Because I've been pouring non-dice.
Fair.
When you have 100 sets done, you don't need to pour the dice.
I haven't been pouring as many dice recently either, just because I'm like, I have like 50 sets that are just not sanded.
Yep.
Yeah. I need to do May's Patreon D20s. I've been doing, commissions and stuff, but otherwise I've just been focusing on finishing up sets that I already have and things.
Well, my thing is, I try not to pour too much resin at a time, which I still pour a lot of resin at a time compared to you both.
Oh, yeah.
Like last night, I only let myself pour 16 ounces worth of resin.
I don't measure in ounces. 16 ounces? That's a pound.
Ounce.
Yeah.
Girl, what? I'm over here like doing 100 milliliter pours.
That's how much it takes to make one of these.
Alright.
Like, the big cups are back there on my door.
My goodness.
Scryer, you're unhinged and I support that.
I am most of the way through a current gallon and I've got 2 more boxes full with more resin.
This is like one of those things where it's like, I don't understand you, but I support you.
Mhm. I have a lot of time that I spend in this room. What can I say?
Yeah. I do
About
also.
how many hours do you spend per day in the room?
Mm, let's see. If let's be a lot of days I don't start until after I've had lunch because I just don't feel like it anymore.
Fair.
So let's go. That's 5 hours there. And then we do dinner. And there's it's probably 8 hours at least in here.
Oh, okay.
But it all depends on what I'm doing because sometimes I'll take like when I'm doing what I'm doing right now, I'll sometimes take it into the living room and be watching
Yeah.
people shows and movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I just have so much already made
Yeah,
at the
fair.
moment that I don't have to push myself to be in here as long at the moment.
That's nice. Yeah.
But like you guys remember our last call where I had that 30-ish sets of dice to ink
Oh yeah, you're just
in a
holding up
week?
Oh, yeah.
bags.
Yeah, I got through all of those and I already have almost 10 more sets to ink.
My God.
I think I'd have a
So
lot more time if I wasn't making videos of things.
that's probably true.
Yeah. That takes just the editing and stuff, and even just the filming takes a little bit more time, just figuring out, moving the camera and figuring all that stuff out. But
Videos are fun.
oh yeah, I was gonna say, what else do I enjoy making? I do enjoy making the videos. The videos are fun. I do want to get back into making soap.
See, that'd be something that I think would be fun to do. Or candles.
Oh, I have the
candles would
stuff
be a
for
lot of
candles
fun.
as well. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a trip to Colorado and make candles with you.
I'm Colorado?
Is it Colorado? I don't know. Where do you live?
Not Colorado. I was just like,
I
why are you
make
going to
things up.
Colorado? Okay.
I don't know. That general direction.
I'm in Washington.
Washington. I'll go there.
Yeah, yeah.
I have other friends that live there. Make a whole trip.
I keep forgetting you're literally opposite
Yes.
side of the US from me.
Yeah, you and I are at opposite corners. It would take like
And I'm
8
just in the
hours
middle
to
of-
fly from my house to your house.
Yeah.
Well, I know this because I've been to Florida and it was an 8-hour flight. Yeah.
See, I keep trying to convince myself to look at conventions on that coast for fun. So maybe.
Fun.
Hey. Why not?
I enjoy conventions. I would not want to do as many as you do. Ever.
I like it. What's
Yeah.
really I have a really weird like I don't fangirl over people. I've had people just walk by and I'm like, oh, I know you.
Yeah.
Like, there are people that I follow on Twitter. And I had one of the, guests of honor walk up to my table at MomoCon and I just kind of looked at him for a moment. I was like, I recognize you. I know who you are.
Yeah. They're all just people, too.
They're just all just people. And I don't know. I think it'd be fun to go to one of those because that's where a lot of the people go to that I follow is all the events on that coast.
That makes sense. That'd be fun.
Or I get into Gen Con. And then that's the goal for next year, guys.
There's a not.
Oh my gosh, Gen
Yay.
Con.
There's a
Hey,
not.
Gen
not
Con's the
glory.
goal. There's a specific amount of money in my PayPal account right now that's being saved in case I get accepted into Gen Con.
What sort of fees does what?
It's like Gen Con's fees?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I think. Hold on. Let me just look. Gen Con. I remember correctly, it was like $1,300-$1,400 for a table there for this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a lot. I thought like 500 was a lot, but oh my god.
Now 500 feels okay to me now.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, so sorry. Their Entrepreneurs Avenue, which is their first time exhibitors only, is $1,600. Almost 1,700 for this year.
My
Oh,
God.
that's more than I
Yeah.
made at Lilac.
Pardon my language, but what the fuck?
Really though. Wow.
So, like I want to, but also
Oh man. I mean, I guess it's competitive to get in there.
it is. It's crazy.
Wow.
But it's also a 10 by 10 booth, so
Oh, and you have enough stuff for multiple tables.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if I actually make more of the bigger items.
True.
They take up a lot of space. But yeah, that's the goal for next year. If I get in, y'all won't be hearing about me crying about it for the whole year.
How much?
I have a feeling we'll be hearing about it.
How much notice would you have, do you think, to get things ready for it?
I'm pretty sure they get back to people fairly quick. So they do uh their applications are usually in like December, I want to say. November, December. And the show's in August. And I think you usually hear back by January, maybe February.
Oh, okay. So you'd have quite a while.
They're a lot nicer than other ones, like Fan Expo, where I didn't learn until the month before.
Lovely.
I didn't learn till the month of a convention in May that I hadn't gotten accepted.
Yeah. Some
Lovely.
of them are rough. I don't recommend Fan Expo.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Cool show. So that's what I was thinking about your Lilac Con. Was it more about comics and things like that, or was it more geared towards anime? Because I've seen from the events I've been to, the ones that are more anime geared actually usually are a lot better.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, there was a lot of comics. It seemed like a lot of the there was some anime and stuff too, but yeah, it seemed like prints were going fairly well. I saw a lot of people with like 2D art walking around.
Prints are a big thing.
Yeah, it's interesting because like the art walks that we have here, so once a month they have a thing at like a local strip mall, outdoor strip mall type thing, and it's free for local artists to set up a spot there and stuff. But I tend to do a lot better than some of the other folks I know locally who do 2D art. So I don't know.
So what I think it is, at least for the conventions, is a lot of people that go to anime conventions are more likely to want to support artists.
Oh, interesting.
And like people go to anime conventions expecting to spend a lot of money on artists. Whereas people going to overarching fan conventions are going there to meet the guests and spend $100+ to meet guests and get photos with them and autographs on their merchandise that they already have, or merchandise that is there for whatever they were part of.
Okay. All right.
That's what I at least have seen at the ones I've been to.
Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So hopefully the anime event that I'm going to next month will follow that same trend.
Yeah.
But the only gaming one I've done that's done well has been GaryCon. Like every other gaming convention, it was kind of the same thing. Where people were like, I don't want to spend money on stuff unless it's on more board games. Or more rule books.
We do have a local anime, I think, convention that I haven't actually been to, but I've made money at. That I should. Oh, my neighbor was there, so my neighbor's also an artist. Like my next door neighbor, like out that window, is also a local artist.
That's cool.
So he had a booth there, or he actually had a room there, and was just like, "Hey, do you want me to bring any of your stuff to set up at my spot?" I'm like, "Sure."
Cool.
So I didn't actually go, but I still made like $150 or something.
That's nice.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. It was very nice of him.
Yeah. I've had good experience. I mean, I've only tabled at one convention 2 years in a row, but like, I agree that anime conventions seem to be where people spend the bigger money.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. So maybe I need a. When is that? When is that happen?
Like, I'll let you guys know how it goes next month.
Yeah. I'd like to know how it goes. Sci-fi and fantasy.
Oh, that reminds me. I think tables for the convention are gonna open up again next month, so I gotta remember to see if I can get a table for it. Do the convention 3 years in a row.
Which one is it? I'll see if I can join you.
It's Otaku Fest.
All right, let me write it down. It's a good reason to go Florida. That's not much further than Georgia. Why not?
Yeah, honestly, come down to South Florida. We'll do a convention together.
I'm gonna leave that up so that I actually remember to apply to that convention. Actually, when is that?
Do it.
Yeah.
Just imagine all three of us are just like, hey, you want to share a really big booth?
No, I meant the local one, not the same one as you guys.
Come to Otaku Fest.
What state is this in?
Florida.
Uh-huh. That's super close to me. I totally want to take an 8-hour plane ride to Florida for a convention.
See, the thing is, if I ever do anything near where you live, I'd be driving. Because everything's so heavy, shipping it would be obnoxious.
Yeah, fair.
So...
Yeah.
Yeah, the curse of not just doing art prints and smaller items. You actually have to transport all of this stuff.
Yeah, your stuff doesn't just fit in a suitcase.
My neighbor does giant metal sculptures.
Yeah, no, that would be really hard to take on a plane.
Mm-hmm. No, I was lugging things into a local convention that we both did. I had like 2 boxes in my briefcase here, and he's over there with like big carts and things. I'm like, man, I've got more stuff to lug in than some of these people with art prints, but I'm glad I don't have what you have to lug in.
At the moment, I'm only bringing 3 bins worth of stuff in, but we'll see if that changes.
Do we have any other questions on the list?
Oh yeah, let's see.
Oh yeah, there's a list.
What we got? Oh, we've already answered this one. I had one here, and I put it on the list just because I knew that I had an answer for it. But what are the most annoying things people say or ask about your dice?
I'm pretty sure we're all three thinking about the same one. Are they balanced?
Yes, that's one of them.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the one. I do have a second one too, and it's just a pet peeve. It's like, it doesn't really matter, but it's just a pet peeve of mine, is when people comment on dice that are raw, saying, I can't read the numbers.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't been inked yet. It's a work in progress.
Or I have this weird thing happen a lot at my in-person events where people be like, it's $90 for the whole set? I was like,
yeah, that is
sure is.
Yes, I do, yeah.
That is the single. They'll be like, $20 for a D20? I'm like, yes, I hand make them all. They're like, oh, well.
Yeah, I do get that a fair amount at in-person events. People are like, oh gosh, 95. To be fair, usually I can curb that with saying, yeah, they took 3 hours to make.
No, that's what I do. And then I tell them, if you're looking for something in the $5 to $10 range, I'll name some of the vendors in the vendor hall area that have dice.
You're welcome to go get mass-produced ones that aren't handmade by me.
You are welcome to go get some Chessex dice over there.
There is one thing that I've been getting the past times I've done conventions, and I don't know why, but it drives me up a wall. People, like, make it a point to tell me I don't allow handmade dice at my table.
Why?
I've
Why would
not
they tell
had
you that?
but all right.
That's one of those moments where it's just like, that's nice. Can you please fuck off? I don't care. Go away.
I I don't know why. It just was apparently a thing people felt necessary to tell me, especially this year.
Why?
So
Why?
weird.
That's annoying. Ugh. I feel like that might trump the that trumps, I think, are they balanced? Because there's an assumption there that they're not balanced, and they won't listen to any response they have that they are balanced. I think.
Just throw back at them and be like, so do you only use casino grade dice?
Mm-hmm.
No? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. All
I
right.
bet you use Chessex.
Yeah, because those are more balanced than.
Because they definitely don't have bubbles from the acrylic injection process at all.
Nope.
I own a Chessex set that has like a very noticeable bubble
Oh,
in
I
it,
do
and I'm
too.
like, man, I wanted to use these.
Oh, I still use them, but yeah, I also have a chest X that have a very noticeable bubble in one of them. Yeah. My goodness. To be fair, I did also put down what are the nicest things that people say.
I had somebody compliment how all of my sets were different, and it was really, just amazing how many different things were there last time. So they're like, everyone else has a lot of the same exact set over and over. And I was like, yep.
That's
How
something.
handmade. That's the thing with handmade dice. You can't even really 100% make the same exact thing.
It's true. Yeah. You can try and then.
Sure can try. Can have a recipe and follow it and try.
Yeah. I do always appreciate a good I want to eat that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I consider that a very high compliment when it comes to handmade dice. I want to eat those. Oh, what was the other thing I was going to say? I don't remember. There was something else that I was going to say.
I had someone tell me that he exclusively uses my dice.
Oh.
That's cool.
Like, won't buy from anyone else. He just buys my dice, and I'm just like, thanks.
Appreciate that. When I'm doing farmers market, local shop like things, and people in the town come up, I've had so many people ask me if I have my own local store, and it's just so
I have
nice
to.
that all of them ask
Aw.
and think that I would do well enough to have a store in town just for my dice.
I have had that question too, if I had a brick and mortar.
Mm,
That's
It's like,
flattering.
I
It
wish.
Alas,
The dice
everything
maker's
that I
dream.
have is on this table.
Like that, I would require to know more dice makers in person, so we could all have our own like walls.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun though.
Would be.
Oh my gosh, I thought something else and then I lost it again. Oh, I think I was just gonna say I think one of the things that made me feel really good about my dice was when I was laboring over whether I should raise my prices or not, and I've done this a couple of times, and every time I've done it, the people who've bought dice from me are the ones that are like, raise your prices. I'm like, oh good, people think that my dice are worth me raising my prices. It's not just me raising prices.
Your dice are so shiny. Like, I can never get over that.
Yeah, I have had people say that to me too. That, to be fair, like, even like my neighbor's just like, you have the best finishing on your resin. I think it's probably because most people leave their things in the tumbler for a couple days. And I do not leave them in the tumbler for a couple days. I leave them in there for about a month. And also I am just like anal when it comes to making sure that there's like no micro scratches. We did have someone in the chat. Norley asked, do you have a really memorable moment with a customer?
I surprisingly do.
Oh,
I
you do?
literally just looked up. I actually, let me grab it. I had a customer, this past Otaku Fest, come up to me and they were like, "Hey, I bought a dice bag from you last year and I still use it regularly, so, I figured I'd bring you a gift as thanks."
Aw.
Oh,
So, like, they
I
gave me
like
a little pin.
Shiny.
Ooh,
So
oh, look at
shiny.
that
ooh.
So
finish!
shiny.
God, I want to eat it.
The highest of compliments. That's cool though. They've like brought stuff for you.
Yeah, I wasn't anticipating getting like customer gifts, but I thought it was very sweet.
That is very sweet. Hello, kitty cat. Yes, let me move these. Memorable customer moments. You
The
know,
only thing I think of is people buying a lot of things and it just being wild.
that's fair, yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those. That was an experience. At
Mhm.
some point you get a little bit concerned and you're like, "Hey, can your bank account handle that?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I had someone recently ask me if I had any like, commission horror stories. I was like, no, I really don't. I've never, or just customer horror stories. I've never really had
No.
problems.
I can't say I have either per se.
I did have someone, I went and looked at my Etsy recently, because I was finding some information from someone who wanted to make their own Etsy. I did have a message from someone who had messaged me like a year later saying that they never got a set of dice.
You
like,
mentioned that.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I was like, it's been a year. This sounds like a you problem at this point. I just didn't respond to it. Just like,
Yeah.
that's odd. That isn't, that's not even
A
within
year.
Etsy's, refund window.
No.
So,
God, a year. Who would wait a year?
yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's not.
I wouldn't even remember everything that I sold
Well,
a
I'm not even
year
on
ago.
Etsy. I'm not even on Etsy anymore.
Yeah.
I've been off of Etsy for
For a long
a
time.
long while.
Yeah, you transferred over to Shopify.
Probably more than a year ago.
Oh, that's probably another thing we could discuss about like dice
Mhm.
making, like the different sites that we use for our stores.
I actually have
Mhm.
that as one of the things on my list. Online dice selling platforms: Etsy, Shopify, Big Cartel, etc.
Oh, I do have another memorable customer experience.
Oh, yeah?
Just real cute things. I started getting these little turtle dump molds,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had so many people freak out over these tiny turtles.
He's so cute.
It's great. Like they're like, why'd you start making turtles? I'm like, because they're beautiful. And they're like, I agree. And then they pick up like three of them, and then get all three of them at a time. Just like,
Aw.
that is
Little
why.
tiny turtles. Oh
They're
my
so small.
god.
Hold on. I have a
Please
couple.
share these turtles. I have to see them.
I want to see the turtles.
I've got some turtles. They're so little, they're real little cute dudes.
Aw. It's a
There's
little
little
turtle friend.
turtles.
It's a little turtle. Oh,
Those are
that's
cute.
so cute.
I got this one.
Oh, the little red feet.
I suppose
I
that's
think that's a great use of excess resin.
Mm-hmm.
what
I
do Oh,
Hmm?
what? I'll go for it.
Oh, I'll just say I have so many raw dice, like singles, to get through that now it's going into turtles because I don't have to do anything for them.
I still say you should just sell them raw. This was full earlier.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I use as a dump mold is more dice molds, and then they just go into the miscellaneous raw dice. What do you use as a dump mold, Merrow?
I have a few things that I use for dump molds. Primarily, I use these little crystal pendant molds if I have like a small amount of resin. If I have plenty of resin, I just cast more D20s, honestly. Hold on. I've got... All of these are raw. I was
That's not
testing
bad.
out my galaxy design without the stars and with a frame instead.
Oh, the final kitty
Yeah,
cat.
I've got like...
The final sick kitty cat.
Oh! Oh,
Want to say
sick
hello to
baby.
the people? Want to say hello?
Aw, shy.
As
He's
much
not.
as we get.
He's not at all. He loves people. He just also, oh yeah, that's my microphone.
Right over everything. Bladder baby.
Oh gosh. He seems to be feeling better though.
That's good. It's never fun when one of our cats ends up sick.
No. It's also never cheap.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that he seems to be feeling better. I don't know what to do with all of the excess cat opioids I have in my fridge, but sorry, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
I think we were going to start talking about websites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different platforms for selling dice. I mean, I have lots of thoughts of Etsy versus your own website, but
Oh, I have very strong opinions about why you shouldn't use Etsy unless you're like really starting out.
yeah, I was gonna say I have opinions on why Etsy is good if you're just starting out, but
I've never touched Etsy, so that's all you two.
yeah, I started on Etsy and then I moved to my own website, and I will say that I sold a lot more sets when I was on Etsy, but also they were cheaper. But
Mm-hmm.
no, the built-in audience of Etsy was very helpful. It was very useful for building an audience. So when you're just starting out, no one knows you exist, and no one's gonna go looking for your website. You have to find a way for people to find your stuff. And Etsy was very useful for that. But also, Etsy pissed me off. It's
You want to share the details?
there was a few things, but there was kind of two things that made me decide to leave. One of them was if you make over a certain amount of money, they will use your products in their ads, and then if someone goes to your shop from that ad and buys anything, they charge you for the ad. And there's no way to opt out if you make over a certain amount. So I was getting charged for ads that I didn't want out there. I did not sign up for this. They were just using my products for their ads and then charging me for it. So that was one of the things that pissed me off. And then the other thing that it was just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. They added a star seller program, which
Oh yeah, I know that.
so the thing is, I would have been part of it. So I would have been a star seller because there were certain requirements, like you have to respond to messages like within 24 hours, and you have to ship things within a certain amount of time from when you say you're going to, and a certain number of orders, a certain number of 5-star, like a certain rating, like reviews and stuff. And I think I would have fit all of the qualifications, but it pissed me off because the way that it was set up, it was not set up for independent artists. It was set up for companies, if that makes sense. Because a lot of the requirements, it's just like, these are things that someone who can manage their Etsy, every day, and doesn't have another job, this isn't just a side hustle or something, it's going to benefit those people. And I was like, okay, so Etsy is not here for independent art. So, yeah, I don't know that I want to stick around here if it's not going to actually you know, if they don't want me here, I'm not gonna stick around.
Yeah.
But
and they've got like a rampant reseller problem these days too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna favor those sorts of shops over independent artists with the Star Seller program. But that said, I'm glad that I started on Etsy. I think it was great for helping build an audience. Yeah, that's about it. It was easy to use, I will say that. There's less customizability with Etsy, but that's kind of nice when you're just starting out and you don't know what all you need. It has a lot of the functionality just built into it. Shopify is fairly easy as well, but it's a little bit... there's a lot of functionality if you know how to use it, and it's not always beginner-friendly with how to use it.
Yeah, the learning curve's a little nasty, but I do like the fact that if you are having trouble, there's like staff you can contact about it.
True. You guys are both working on things.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing. My cat is screaming at the door right now.
I'm surprised my cat hasn't started. I think I just heard him. I was about to say, I'm surprised my cat hasn't started screaming, and then I think I heard him go meow in the distance.
Where did all of my
I'll
cats
start
go?
slapping the door if he ends up getting super upset.
I have a Luna. I don't know where the others went. What do you think of Big Cartel?
It's fine for what I need it for. Like, it's a lot cheaper than Shopify.
That does remind me of the pricing thing. Is it?
Yeah.
Do you pay for individual listings or do you pay an overall fee?
It's an overall fee per month. Which so their tiers decide how many listings you can have. Okay. So I pay for it's like I think $10 a month for the one I'm on. Oh. And I get to do 50 listings.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that explains why you did 50 listings despite having 100 dice.
Honestly, really glad I only pay for 50, because otherwise I'd still probably be posting photos.
You'd still be at your computer.
I do it all on my phone now.
Oh, all right.
It works, actually, in my opinion, Big Cartel works better on my phone than on the computer. Because, like, for whatever reason, they removed the ability to move where sets are on the computer. Oh. And you can still do it on your phone, so...
Weird. But I was going to say pricing. That was the other thing with Etsy versus Shopify, too. Shopify is a set fee that you pay. It's like you pay this amount of money for a year. Whereas with Etsy, you pay for each individual listing. So depending on how many listings you have, it might be more cost effective to do Shopify or Etsy. Because there's those fees. Well, now I feel like I need to start working on inking things too, because you guys are...
I'm doing my first rose. I've just been making petals this whole time, and now I'm actually working on a rose.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting lost on Scryer's website. I'm taking a short break from inking and getting lost on her website.
Oh gosh, now I gotta
go. The many sets there are.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go look.
There's a lot. I will say, I also had the blessing of the people in my D&D group decided that they would name all of the sets for me.
Oh, you were so lucky. The Spider Sona gold set's kind of cool. I'm getting absolutely distracted with this.
Your dice are so pretty.
Yeah.
Darn you, how dare you make so many and so pretty of dice.
Oh my gosh, Time to Party is such a pretty Vampire the Masquerade set.
That's fun.
Neon rainbows. We're just over here just advertising for Scryer at this point.
Well, do it.
Hey guys, go to
I don't do a good job of advertising myself.
Ooh, Treasure Cove.
Although I promote you both anytime anyone's ever like, "Do you make liquid cord ice?" I'm like, "No, but my friends do."
Much appreciated.
You can reach out to either of them if you're looking for that, because I don't want.
I did recently get cores so that I can make all of my dice liquid cores.
Nice.
Because I had a commission. It's in the tumblers at the moment polishing, but I did have a commission come in recently, and they wanted all liquid cores. What?
I just spotted a set that I'm actually really tempted to save up for.
If they aren't sold out at the back of Scryer's car
Yeah,
in the
if
next...
they're sold out of the back of Scryer's car.
You're more likely to sell at a convention than out of my car.
I like these guys.
Which guys?
That one's fun.
Oh, wait, let's look here.
I might be
There's
biased
the
because
ones I just
blue and
did.
green.
Those...
Oh!
Oh, wait, let me go back to the full screen. Pretty flower.
Yeah! Rainbow Rose.
Alright.
One done.
Inks. I'm gonna work on inking this commission first, I think. Hello, I'm now filming. I'm now filming while we,
You're filming while we're streaming.
all of the... Well, I have done this before, to be fair. When I'm inking dice, sometimes I'm filming while I'm streaming. But in this case, it's
Fair.
because all of the things I have left to ink, I also need to film.
Mm.
The grind never stops.
It never stops. I have 20 videos I need to edit. I have so many videos I need to edit. Oh, I would like there to be more hours. Not more hours in the day, but just more hours that I could work on this stuff in the day. I don't need more hours in the day. I need a nap. Actually, if I had more hours in the day, I could have longer to nap. How much, so you said you probably work about 8-hour days on this, Scryer, right?
Approximately.
Approximately. What about you, Merrow? How much time do you think you put into the dice making stuff?
I had to take a break this week because I'd ended up like injuring this muscle in my arm when I went to a rage room on Monday. It's better now. It's
Okay.
fine. But I'd say usually I spend about 8 or 9 hours in my workroom. When I combine the split times of earlier in the day with later at night with when I'm like pulling things from molds and doing inking.
Man, how do you find the time?
Currently, I only work about 3 days a week on my company since like I'm bouncing between working at the grocery store and here. But I will be working more in my workroom, not only when I go full-time, but also to make sure I have actual stock together for the next convention. Because I almost sold out at that last con, and I was a little scared.
Oh gosh. I mean, that's exciting, but yeah, scary.
Yeah. I think I might have the least amount of stock between the three of us.
Like finished stock, you mean?
Yeah.
That's possible. I don't know. How many sets do you have?
Right now, I think I might have like 20 sets still.
Okay. Yeah, I think I do have more than that, and Scryer definitely has more than both of us.
I wish I had less. I'd love to have less.
Yeah, you totally have less. Totally.
I want to. You know how heavy it is to carry around 5 boxes? 5 jewelry boxes
Brought
full?
this upon yourself.
You dice be upon ye.
Yeah, to be fair, so the next shop update I'm gonna have, 13. So beginning of July, hopefully I'll have 13 new sets, because that's when all the Empires ones are gonna be in my shop. But I don't know how you make as many as you do. To be fair, I did realize, about how many, so you said you work about 3, sorry, you do 8-hour days, about 3 days a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently for me, yeah.
Okay.
I do want to do more. Like, there's been plenty of times where, like, I have to go to my grocery store job, and I'm like, but I want to work on dice today. I want to do dice.
I know, I do that fairly often. And I like my job, too. I do like my job. My not dice job, but even then I'm just like, I wish I could just do the dice. I wish I could, I wish I only, I wish I could could not work 12-hour days. Between the part-time job and this job.
I'm side-eyeing Norley. That's one of my friends, by the way.
Yeah. I picked that up from some of the stuff in chat. Yeah, no, I probably do the dice stuff, I realized, probably about 7 hours a day, Monday through Thursday. And then probably about 7 hours a day. That's probably about right. I don't know that I take days off at the moment.
What's a day off?
Yeah. I should, but I don't. I guess we're zooming in here just a second. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could just work 8-hour days or even 10-hour days. I don't mind 10 hours, but 12 has been, I should be getting more sleep than I am. Yeah, I did the math recently. I'm like, okay, so I work 10:30. Let's see, I probably work like 10:30 to 2:30 before work. My schedule's changing too, because I'll be moving to a summer schedule, which is I'll be working my other job in the morning. Sleep is important, please do it. I don't have time.
I'm not allowed to sleep.
That?
The cat wakes me up. I can't sleep.
But yeah, let's see. So 10:30 to 2:30 is what, like 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2. That's about 4 hours. And then I get home at like 8. And I usually take about an hour break between 8 and 9. And then I work until, I don't know, midnight. 10, 11, 12. So that's another 3 hours. So probably about 7 hours a day. That's Monday through Thursday. And then Fridays, let's see. Come on. Can you focus, please, camera? Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted now because I'm trying to get my camera to focus. It doesn't want to. Find it. Find it. You can do it.
Your camera's never, like, listening to you.
No, I don't. No. They're like my cats. Actually, my cats are pretty good about listening to me, usually. What's a project you've put the absolute most work into? Norley asked in chat. I'm assuming you mean dice project? I'm assuming dice project.
Yeah, I'm going to assume dice project as well.
Mine's that soup die. Hold on. The large one.
A large one?
Minecraft
the
dice.
Large soup die.
Minecraft dice.
Hold on.
Minecraft dice for
Minecraft
you?
dice.
I'll share it with you guys in the group chat. You guys have seen the big soup die. But
I'll show it off. No.
I gotta get past these 1,000 photos again.
Well, I can, yeah. So I think probably for me it was the Minecraft dice. I was trying to think because I do a lot of dice with intricate handmade inclusions. So, you know, polymer clay, 3D printed, painted, all that sort of stuff. And that takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time. But I was just trying to think of like what probably took the most hours. And probably painting all of the blanks for the Minecraft D6 sets. Because it takes, I don't know, a couple hours probably to paint each blank. And there's four dice in a set with those.
That's even with your stamp system that you've put together now, right?
No, I haven't actually really done many with the stamps yet. So I do have the stamps made somewhere. Where did I put those? Oh, they're right there. I should make some more. It was on my to-do list to make more Minecraft dice, and I just haven't gotten around to it.
Minecraft dice.
I should do that at some point.
The project I've put the most work into is actually Norley's commission that I still am working on. Honestly, I don't know how to explain how much detail work is going into this hand painting.
Oh, that's painted. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, all this is hand painted.
Oh, that's super cool, though.
In case anyone in chat is curious, these are a character commission for Virgil from Devil May Cry 5. You see, Norley got a little bit too lost in the sauce and wants to play as Virgil in a campaign, and I'm like, okay, go for it.
There we go. Second row's done.
Nice.
Ooh.
I do
Actually,
have... Oh, what?
huh. It's interesting now that I think about it, because I do a lot of stuff based off of, like, anime and video game things are inspired by them. Liz has Minecraft dice. Have you done anything fandom related, Scryer?
Nope. Have not.
Any plans to?
No idea. Maybe.
Oh, that's fine.
Up in the air. I think the problem is I focus too much on the game that I'm in. And so mine is just me being a fan of my friends' characters and then I make them dice.
That's fandom related.
As you should.
Yeah,
That is
like-
fandom
like-
related.
The main dice I just made and gave to my DM and I was like, these are for you.
That's nice.
Same thing with the pot of soup die that I shared with you guys. Like, that was just because I was like, yeah, you need a soup die. That's not the ramen dice.
Oh, I did leave the chanting of soup in the video.
I saw it. I was like, oh no, people are going to know my habit.
I did leave that in on purpose because it amused me. I was like, people are gonna be like, why are they chanting soup in the background? I was like, yeah, that was definitely on purpose, just to confuse people. Yes, hello, buddy. What's going on? I have a Fitzy boy back.
Oh, you're being told hello.
Yes, and also come play with me. And let me outside, and I would like treats always, please. Oh, he's might be settling down for a minute. That's good. Let's see. Yeah, I have a lot of dice that I've poured a lot of time into just because of all of the handmade inclusions. But they're so much fun. I love doing the sets or the dice like that, but my goodness.
The one that you were showing recently with the miniature books?
Yes.
Wow.
I am very happy with how that's turning out. It's polishing at the moment. That's a commission too. I think I might have a photo. Give me a second. Let me pull up a photo.
Yeah, I think the audience should see that. That was wow.
Yeah, I usually try not to show off commissions until they've, gone to the person who ordered, but I think I've already showed it off on stream, so let me find photos here. Your cat wants to ask a question. Oh no, yeah. Oh no, my lack of opposable thumbs has doomed me.
Oh no, I cannot type. I am cat.
Soup die, by the way.
Soup.
Soup.
Find this. Missions. Let's see. Should I just show off the books? I could probably just show off the books. Let's do it this way. I'll do that, and I'll show you a couple of things, I guess. So that. Oops, that's not what I meant to click. No, that's not what I meant to click. Okay, and let's do. We'll do this one. We'll do this one. Okay, I'm just gonna send them in the chat, 'cause then I can pull them up bigger. Yeah, so I painted tiny.
Oh yeah, that was.
Twilight books, and glued them all together into, that's maybe not the best picture to show it off, but into a little like pile of books and put it into a jumbo D20. But I'm really happy with how the books turned out. I have, I think, nicer photos somewhere. I did take some, like, photos with my nice camera of the books.
Honestly, I'm just blown away the painting detail on those.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how they turned out. I mean, to be fair, some of it is just a little bit... Like, the hands aren't hands. Like, they're just kind of blobs if you, like, actually look at it. But they translate as hands. That's the important thing.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I'm really happy with how those turned out. But yeah, no, I don't know. I like doing stuff like that, but that takes so much time. So much time. So I did the video at one point of making a set of dice in real time. I don't even want to think about how long of a video it would be if I did something like that for, like, the Minecraft dice commission that I did at one point. I think I had like 10 hours of footage. It was something like that, 10 or 11 hours of footage that I cut down into a 5-minute video. Or, oh, maybe I went a little bit long with that one.
That is a lot.
Yeah, if anyone ever is curious about my dice prices, they're not high enough for the complex ones. I did change my prices recently on the complex dice to
As you should. The work you put into them is like wild. It's
yeah.
insane.
They're so much fun though. I figure that things even out a little bit on that. Like,
I guess.
But those are fun. Yeah, I think, what do I have it at? I think I have the, what are the complex ones at? What are my prices? What are my prices? I don't remember.
What are my prices? Yeah, I
What are
sometimes have to
prices?
do that. I sometimes have to sit there and be like, what are my dice prices again?
I'm just going to my my website here. I'm just gonna go look. Okay, yeah, so a set of complex dice is 140, but for every die that has any sort of handmade, like every handmade inclusion that I need to make or thing that I need to paint for a die, it's an extra $10. So if you want complex dice where there is something handmade in each die, that's going to run you like $220.
Which still doesn't sound like enough.
Yeah.
I know, but
Me shaking my hand at you. 15 per handmade inclusion.
Instead of 10?
Yeah.
I do want some people to be able to purchase. Yeah. We'll see how that feels. I don't know that I've gotten any complex requests since updating prices. I've obviously gotten commissions, because I have like a bunch going at the moment, but
Well, that actually is like a good question I've been meaning to ask you. At any given time, like how many commissions would you say you have in your queue?
I take a max of 5 commissions at a time. Like I try to keep it to 5 things that I'm making at a time or less. And I don't usually have to, tell people, sorry, my commissions are booked. I did a little every once in a while at the beginning. But now, usually, it's, sometimes I have 5 going, sometimes I have 0 going. But I usually average a commission or 2 a month. My guess. I don't know how I ended up being the person that people come to for commissions, but I do like doing commissions. Seems like I do a lot of commissions compared to other people. I don't know. Maybe this is a normal number.
I think there's a lot of dice makers that just refuse to do them now.
Oh, they're so
Like,
fun though.
A lot of people are more just doing all pre-made.
Oh, pre-made's easier for sure, but I find something really fun with. It's so satisfying helping someone take an idea out of their head and make it a
Yeah.
reality.
I agree.
But it is also a lot more work. Like I at one point I was, figuring out prices for commissions, and I was running it past a few people. I think I ran it past you guys. I ran it past a couple of other folks who buy dice but don't necessarily make them. And one of the people that buys dice but doesn't necessarily make them was like, I don't know why your prices are higher for, the simple. I have kind of tiered layers for commission prices. I don't know why the price is higher for the simple dice that when they're commissions than when they're not commissions. And I was like, even with something where it's just a single color, sometimes the ones that are single color are harder, to be honest, but even if it's just a single color or like a single color and a glitter or something, it's still a lot more time that goes into it because there's a lot of talking back and forth with a person. Sometimes, I spend, 2 hours or whatever sending emails back and forth with someone to figure out what they want. Gosh, gold paint, get in here. There's just a lot of time that goes into the communication. Just, reaching out to people saying, hey, is this what you want? You're paying somewhat for the repours if it requires repours, because you do get two repours of things, and I actually, to be fair, I only do, people get 2 repours that I show them. Every once in a while I will repour something and go, this did not turn out at all, so I'm not even going to show it to the person. This does not count. But yeah, there's the time that goes into that. There's a lot more time that goes into the planning of things, and you're also paying to get things at a certain time, to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
But yay, this die is all done.
Yeah.
You want to see? It's a commission, but I'll show it off on stream anyways, I guess. Very simple. But it's got little whiskers at the one.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. But otherwise, just nice dark green. Some gold foil and some sparkle.
It's still very pretty.
And
sometimes the simple dice end up looking the best.
Yeah. I do like just this color combo of green and gold foil. But I did also add some like chameleon pigment that's yellow to green kind of sparkle. That's nice. Right, let me ink the bonus die here. I don't need to film this part though.
Well, this has devolved to Q&A plus dice inking stream, so we actually get work done.
I've got so much stuff to do, guys.
I'm making roses. I'm not inking.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's
I've only got 6 sets right now. That's not worth me pulling out dice to ink.
Let's see what else we've got. Oh, sorry, what?
I was gonna say I need at least 12 to
ink.
bother.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it takes me forever to get things inked. That takes so much time to do 12 of them.
I think it depends on the paint that I'm using, because I have some paints that'll like handle a lot better so I can do multiple faces at once, but there's others that are like really liquidy, like we'd been talking about earlier in the stream. And yeah, sometimes those I have to go face by face and it just takes forever to ink them.
That makes sense. Let's see, let me look at our list here of things to talk about. We've got from Amnail on Discord asks, do you guys get to use your own dice? Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I don't exclusively use my own dice. I love like having a bunch of sets. I think my count is up to like 34 sets I own now, and very few of them are my own. More of them are actually from you two.
That's kind of funny. Oh, that's true. Wait, do don't you have like mint chocolate chip dice from both of us?
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
That was actually my first set of handmade dice I ever purchased. Was Scryer had this really cute mint chocolate chip set, and I like practically grabbed her through DMs, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Give
are they for
me.
sale yet?" And she was like, "No," and I was like, "Can I buy them?"
Did you do the same thing to me? Did you send me a DM
Yeah.
before I actually put them in my shop? Yeah.
Yeah, I grabbed you as well, and you were like, "Well, they're still polishing," and I was like, "I don't mind. Can I get them like uninked when they're done?" And you were like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, please take them uninked. It's less work I have to do.
So now I've got like mint chocolate sets for both of you because like that's my major personal aesthetic.
Mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah.
Yay, not that. I have I don't know that I have really, because I started making them during the quarantine. Didn't play a ton since I started making dice, but I am joining a campaign that's just starting, and I'm finally getting to play a character that it was a character I had an idea for like 3 years ago when I was starting to make dice, and I made dice for that character. I'm finally gonna get to use those dice. So, woo!
Yeah.
I finally started, it was in September that I finally did. Because before that I was only in that vampire game.
Right, yeah, you did.
So now I don't use Liz's dice really at all because I'm done with my vampire game.
I'll have to make you some actual vampire dice once I get my molds up and running.
Yeah. Whenever the second campaign starts,
There we
if
go.
it starts,
Mhm.
we'll talk.
All right.
But now I get to use the dice that are from Cat because I'm now playing a D&D game.
It worked out.
Which, by the way, I just need to tell you all, last Monday I was dead for about 95% of the session. It was quite the experience.
Oh no.
Hey, it's what happens when you play a character that's not smart.
Oh. It's the experience.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a great time getting to watch them all freak out about it.
Yeah. Fair. It's like, great, I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to try and figure out what to do with my body.
That's a them problem, not a me problem.
Right. Now, it did take them 8 turns to finally revive me, but out of the 10.
Oh gosh.
I decided to do just a purple one.
Ooh.
Oh, that is such a really rich purple.
Yeah, I like that purple. So this is polymer clay?
Yeah, it's just a Sculpey.
Oh, okay. That's pretty common brand.
Sculpey 3. Yep.
All right.
I wonder when they're gonna come out with Sculpey 4.
Means nothing to me. I just grabbed one the first time around. I was like, yes, this says it bakes in the oven. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, that's what I use a lot of Sculpey and stuff.
I have like a combined total of maybe 13 pounds of Sculpey down there that I haven't used.
I have a lot of polymer clay because I inherited it from my grandma, who's not dead, but she's not using it anymore. I have a lot of polymer clay. So I have more questions here, or maybe you guys could help me figure out ink colors for all these sets.
We'll do both.
Yeah, let's do.
Which one do you want first?
Let's pick 2 ink colors and then do a question.
All right.
That way you can have something to work on while we talk for a bit.
Okay. Let's do this one first because I feel like this is going to be the easiest to do a solid color. So I've got these, which are full of like brightly colored flowers and some black ink and some dark moss and stuff in them. These are the ones for sausage, if that.
Yeah. They're so fitting for his empire.
There's also little sticks in there because I had to get some wood in there.
Do you have a bright green?
I was thinking like maybe a metallic white.
Or that, yeah.
Metallic white would be, yeah, I have that. I think the green, I don't know about green just because there's like some kind of pastel-y green in here, and I feel like it might clash.
Okay.
There's like...
Or like,
Okay, now I see
like
that.
an Adobe color could probably work as well.
I was debating that, yeah, an Adobe color. I was also debating an Adobe color. So white or Adobe... I don't know, this set, I don't know if it should be all the same. Well, this is the other one. I don't know if they should be all the same on all of them. So all of these dice are different. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to show because all of the dice are different. How am I gonna... You guys are going on a trip.
We're going on a trip?
We're just gonna set you... Nope, that's not gonna work. How am I gonna do this for a second? Let me aim you guys down. That's gonna work better. You guys can see all of the random junk on my table. So they're all different. They've got, you know, a lot of the same colors, but every die has different colors in it. So I don't know if I should do the same color for everything, or do stripes, or do a bunch of different colors mixed throughout.
That is a tough one to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at them, and honestly, the first thing out of my brain was an electric blue would look really pretty.
Yeah,
I
they
can
probably
see
stand
that.
out from everything. I might need to look up the pictures of the empire that they're based on, just to see what colors there are.
That's the thing. I know nothing about the Empire.
Yeah.
I hyper-focused a bit too far on Ollie.
Fair, and his whole 3 videos.
Yeah. The third one we had to, like, hold him at gunpoint to get.
Yeah, there's a reason that set's a little chaotic. Okay, so this one I think I'm gonna need to go look up some stuff. But do you think I should do just one color for everything?
I think one color to bring it together.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're already so separate. Something to make it be like, this is obviously a set.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. That helps. That set I could figure out. These I kind of have ideas for. So I'll do this as my second set then. This one I'm assuming is all going to be one color as well. This set is kind of like, oh gosh, it'll show. Come on, you can do it. It's like overgrown ruins. So I've got like rocks and foliage and stuff in there. I was debating just doing glow in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Leaving
feel
it,
that glow in the dark.
just leave it like the numbers blank and then do them at glow in the dark. But also I do think that would make it difficult to read. I don't know.
Maybe if you're gonna do glow in the dark on that, I would recommend maybe a pastel version of the color that'll glow.
What about
And
just, like,
then
a
you put the
silver?
glow over it. Ooh,
Just like
silver would look nice.
There's a little bit of silver in here in some of them. That's just kind of like you can kind of see in that corner there that's just kind of
Oh, yeah, I see
bit,
it.
a
yeah.
little bit of silver in there. So I could do like a silver maybe.
Yeah, like a brighter silver would look
Yeah.
nice.
So maybe I'll do that. Maybe we'll do like a brighter silver. What did we decide on for these? White? I was thinking maybe a yellow, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's for sausage, right?
Yeah, this is sausage.
Yeah, either white or an Adobe
terracotta,
would look
yeah.
nice. Yeah. Actually, I think terracotta would work well, because wasn't sausage's build, like, inspired by Encanto?
Oh, probably. Yeah, there was a lot of terracotta in it. There's a lot of that orange. Oh, what about just this, like... What about this copper color?
Yes. Yes.
Do I have enough here?
Oh, no. Hold on, let
I
me
do
lend
have
you
just rose gold.
mine. Rose gold is always... Wait,
That's your
there's... That's my go-to paint.
It's not mine, to be fair. Yeah, there's kind of like some pinkish purplish shimmer in here, too. But yeah, maybe I kind of like the idea of the copper. I think the copper might be nice.
It's a shame I can't just like be like, hey, I've got a pretty good paint I think will work. You want to come over and grab it?
Yeah, I'll just walk over to your house.
I've got like
A quick
I've got
8-hour
like this
walk.
bronze that would look really pretty
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
because
Good
it
bronze.
shines gold, but it has like a darker orange tone to it. Oh, that would look so pretty.
To be fair, I could mix. I could mix these.
That is true. That's worth a shot trying. Oh, but that would mean it's a custom blend paint, which
fine.
means it would. Yeah,
I
sure.
do that sometimes. But I don't
You'd
know.
have to ink it all in one go.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like this I do like the darker copper color though. The lighter color might be easier to see though.
I have this antique copper that's really pretty.
That's the kind of color that I think that this is. It's more of that antique copper. Maybe this might be a little bit brighter, but alright, anyways.
Folk art, sponsor me. I use all of your
I
paints.
do a lot of folk art colors, yeah. Alright. So we have been going for about 2.5 hours, but let's see.
Oh wait, we have?
Yeah.
Oh.
Apparently.
2 hours 20 minutes.
Oh, that's why he's being so not bad. It's his dinner time.
Oh. Should we do like 1 or 2 more questions real quick and then call it?
Oh, I'm fine. He'll live.
Let's see. I'll do this one. Flare Cobra on Discord asked, if you had to make a set of dice that is representative of yourself, how do you envision it?
Super shiny. Like god awful sparkly. Blues and greens for sure.
I think I would do a set where every die was different. I don't know that I'd have like inclusions in it that were specific to anything, but I might like do, I don't know, maybe like one that has flowers and one that has glitter and like, you know, that sort of stuff where it's just like a bunch of different things. But also glitter.
Yeah, I think mine would end up being some kind of glitter dusted combo of something of the 200, you know.
Where is it?
Maybe this should be the next challenge on a dice collab video. Ooh,
Me?
Pretty.
Yeah, that's a good color combo.
But yeah, maybe this should be the challenge on the next, like, if we do another dice collab video at some point. Make a set of dice that is representative of you.
That'd be fun.
So I would need to have my dice blanks finished, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
It's not happening anytime soon, because I have about 20 videos that I need to edit, but...
It gives Scryer time to actually finish those blanks.
I need a deadline. I would need a deadline
That's
to
fair.
make myself actually be motivated to do it.
That's fair. So probably would be good for you to, yeah. To be fair, the nice thing with the blanks is they don't need to be shiny.
No, the problem is I just haven't done it.
Fair.
Like, I've made sets with them. It's in the, you know, not so good molds because they're not made to have actual sets come out of them.
Okay, I have a couple more questions here. This was one for me. I said, how have you grown and changed as a dice maker over time? Is there anything that has changed dramatically from when you started to now?
I used to be super meticulous about planning out designs. Like, I would sit there and I would, like, actually plan the effects I would want to occur in the dice. Nowadays, if I have spare time, I'm like, okay, this looks good, that looks good, I want to use this inclusion, and I just kind of throw it together same day.
Makes sense. My polishing has gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I no longer attempt to do Petri dice.
I think you and I have learned we just can't.
That will be the challenge after.
Like, I have some that are fully cured and they're fine. It's just
Yeah, I have so much trouble with those. And
I
then
never managed any Petri set to survive.
oh, Red Green asked in the chat, "What is your favorite dice pour?" I'm assuming like technique.
My favorite technique.
I have two, I think. I love doing dirty pours.
mm-hmm.
That's really fun. And I really enjoy doing the like mica drop ones. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably go with dirty pours.
I'm trying to think on how I would describe it, because there's like specifically a technique I did a while back with a set of dice, and I've been having trouble recreating it, because it would be clear resin that has a bunch of different foils in it, and then I would take an adhesive injector and I would just like I guess inject stripes of color into it. I'm trying to grab a picture right now so I can show, because it ended up being a really cool effect.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that. What about you, Sir?
I think for typical techniques, I would agree dirty pours are a lot of fun. But my brain instantly went to themes, and I really might like making food theme dice. It's just so funny.
Fair. I do like having inspiration for dice. Yeah. Like sometimes it's fun to just sit down and be like, "Oh, that one's so good. That's such a good one." I like the color too.
It has a little bit of glitter in it because I did not realize that the clay had glitter.
Fun.
So lightly glittered.
Oh, but no, yes. Sometimes it's fun to just sit down and be like, "These colors look fun. I'm just gonna make rainbow dice today," or whatever. But sometimes it's I really enjoy doing the things like you know, all these Empires dice and stuff too, where I have like specific inspiration. Like it's fun trying to translate something into a different medium like this.
Oh, you know, it would actually, the technique for me probably would be glitter dusted if I had my blanks ready again. Because if you guys remember when I first started, the only thing I had were glitter dusted sets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The set that I have from you is glitter dusted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I've just refused to do it again until...
You gotta get those blanks done. I want to see all of your glitter dusted ones again.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful.
I found it. Yeah, because it's interesting because the way the technique works out is it ends up like the foil doesn't get drowned in the color. So it almost looks like you get veins of foil amidst it. And I don't know what I would describe that technique as.
Just injected color maybe or something?
Yeah.
Color injected? Yeah, that's cool though, because it keeps the color. Yeah. That's cool.
Well, I also do those core dice now, and I really like making those. Yeah, the ones where I make that, like, inner core. Here, I'll send a picture.
Okay.
Let me find it.
Yeah, I want to see.
Let's see. Well,
or why would I send a picture? I just made some.
We get to see. Oh, why? I just realized I could commit crimes.
Why are you committing crimes? Oh gosh! Soundboard volume. Let's see. Maybe later. It's not bad. What is this? Why? Ooh. Oh, what do you... You could do... Why don't you do glitter dusted like that?
I could. It's just, it's only the circle.
Yeah, but that looks cool.
It does. I have some holographic ones, and they're okay. I didn't like it as much as this.
Fair.
But yeah. Yeah, should be 22.
That's cool. So what sort of spheres are you using for these?
So I have some fake pearls, and then I just got some metal ball bearings, and I made a mold of them.
Oh, I should make a mold of the liquid quartz that I have, because then I'd have spheres for all of my
Please.
dice.
Here's my completely raw rose D20 I poured last night. And you can't see it because of how raw the thing is.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
haven't finished them.
It's fine.
Let's see. I have like one more question here. And this would probably be good to end things off on. This is also from Revan on Discord. Do you have any little tricks that you do, little hacks, anything that might be helpful for people? Make sure to wear your PPE.
Yeah.
Wear your gloves and your respirator.
Which you're supposed to do first.
I suppose maybe we could open this up. Like, what would you suggest for people who want to get into making dice? What are some things that you would just, basic materials? Like, if you want to do a lot of different techniques, alcohol inks and mica powders. Those are probably the.
I would look for resin tints over alcohol inks to start out, though.
Oh,
because
but I wouldn't, because you have more options available to you with alcohol inks. Some of them don't work.
Yes.
Great.
That's my thing. Like, there's so much that just don't work.
Oh, most of them have worked pretty well for me. I've just had problems with purples and finding a good green. But the thing with resin tints is that you can't do, dirty pours where you drop the ink on top, and
That's true.
You can't
do that type of dirty pour.
Yeah.
And I guess my biggest issue is I've had so many that the color will completely go away.
Oh, the light fastness of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll be stuff that's not yet.
Purple, lovely.
Love that one so much.
Also, your
Pour
frozen.
a test of the color.
Yes, that's a good one too. Do
Yeah.
test chips or test things of each color, so you know what you have. Scryers,
Especially for alcoholic. Yeah, I really don't do that anymore.
I find it really useful. I'm trying to get get an idea of what I want to make. I just dump out all of my paint chips, as I call them, and go, ooh, what colors do I want to work with today?
It's good so you don't end up surprised by, oh no, this ink burns with my resin.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
Have fun. You can put pretty much anything you want in resin, as long as it's not water.
Yeah, be prepared, because then as soon as you've started, everything you will see can go in resin in some way. It's real dangerous.
It's true. It's true.
Every store you visit.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah. Pressure pot, very useful. Not necessary if you just want to do resin stuff, but if you want to make and sell dice, you're gonna want a pressure pot.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those only invest in certain equipment if you know for sure you're going to be pursuing it professionally.
I mean, I didn't, but this was all an accident. But
yeah.
There are a lot of costs associated with it, though. The price of masters or good molds.
Silicone's expensive. Just be prepared for that.
Yeah, I probably need to order some more again. And I have the big, gallon jug things of it. Yeah.
Let's see. Vacuum chamber, not extremely necessary.
No.
If you got a pressure pot.
No, don't really need it.
I only use it for very specific pours, and that is it.
Yeah.
And that's solely, I think, because I mix so much resin at a time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I surprisingly only use my vacuum chamber when I'm getting ready to pour molds.
I don't have a vacuum chamber. I got a vacuum chamber on accident before I got the pressure pot, and then I sent it back because I realized it was not what I needed. So I don't even have a vacuum chamber, and it's never been an issue.
I've only really seen the need for it for those big D20 jars.
Fair. with
Everything else, nah.
Yeah, there's so much resin in that. I can see very easy for air to get trapped in all of that resin. Yeah.
It likes to get trapped in the numbers of it.
That's fair.
But let's see, anything else? You just be prepared to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Make
very quickly.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the business expenses.
Yeah.
No,
I definitely would agree. Like, be aware of the costs of things before you get into it, because it's easy to say, oh, I want to make dice, but it's a lot harder to actually spend the money to make dice at the quality people expect dice to be at.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say also, don't beat yourself up if things don't turn out exactly how you want them to, because everything, yes. I have a box of fails.
Yeah, I have a bag. It's that bag over there.
Things fail all the time. 2, sometimes things turn out in unexpected ways and it's great. And 3, everything is a learning opportunity when it comes to resin and making dice. If something didn't turn out how you wanted it to, that gives you information for what you can change for next time. And if things turn out in unexpected ways, it opens up new doors for making things that way. So,
yeah, be aware of the humidity.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I live somewhere dry. Sort of.
I think it's getting ready to rain again soon.
Yeah, it's really bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just have random days where I'll be like, oh, this soft cured, all right, crash.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, people who are aware I work out of Florida, if they see that I can't do updates for a while, they're like, it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you guys have... well, okay, so if people have not seen the video with these two, where can people check out your stuff?
Is my mic picking me up? Okay, there we go.
I'm
on Twitter too much anymore with the stuff that's been going on, so most likely you'll be able to find me on Instagram or TikTok at Lucky Merrow. My website is theluckymerrow.com. It's the same as my name in chat. Let me just
Can you... I don't know if you can put links. Let me see if I can put links. Give me a second here.
Oh, it's not stopping me.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't post. Let me put it. It doesn't actually... Yeah, I need to figure that out. I need to figure out how to make it so you can post links. LuckyMerrow.com. Yeah, it doesn't actually show up for anybody else.
Aw.
But I can post them. There, did that show up right?
I see
that's
it.
in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Inkdice.bigcartel. I do want to figure it out so that it's dragoninkdice.bigcartel.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's the shop.
Really long name.
Of both of these guys.
And it's actually updated for once, so...
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
go check it out.
Squire's got a lot of pretty stuff, can confirm.
Yeah, I know. We both got distracted in the middle of the stream, just like, ooh, look at all the pretty dice.
Ooh, shiny.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us.
Hopefully you guys had fun just hanging out for a bit, too.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, before we go, I wanted to show you guys, because since you suggested pink.
Oh.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's nice.
I like that.
Yeah, the pink actually was like a really good suggestion. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
awesome.
mostly done with inking this.
Woo, now I'm gonna go ink things, maybe.
Yeah.
I might find some food
I don't
first.
know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna feed the cat that's screaming, actually. That's what I'll do.
Sounds like a good plan. But yeah.
He's so sad.
Oh! One last thing. I noticed you actually did wear rainbow today.
I did. I tried. I realized I don't have a lot of rainbow stuff. But
Well, you've also got your rainbow jacket behind you.
I do. I brought that just in case. But yeah, people don't even know that we kept accidentally matching because I didn't put that in the
Both
video.
of you.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, and I also cut out the whole check-in in the middle of the video. I didn't even bring it up. But yeah, we matched for 3 different calls without realizing it.
Yeah.
I'll keep sitting here being separate. It's fine.
Fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We'll end
I
up
was
back
making
up-
rainbow roses, so that's close enough, right?
Yeah,
Sure,
that
yeah,
counts.
okay. Yeah,
Absolutely.
we'll count that. But yeah, I think that's everything. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna end the stream.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yes, we'll all